Another wonderful day is here, and we say thank you for coming back to our channel to watch our videos. Coming out with this video has become so urgent. There is an urgent need to put this video out there so that we learn from it. We are hearing news or rumors of bird flu outbreak in some parts of the world. And looking at the severity or how dangerous this virus is to our business, we decided to record this video and spread it so that we can educate ourselves as farmers, we can arm ourselves as individuals in anticipation that this virus may enter our country or our farms. So don't go out there. Please sit down and watch this video to the end as we prepare or arm ourselves against this deadly virus. On the channel, we'll plead with you that you spend a moment to subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts or past comments on our videos, share our videos, and also like our videos. If you are an old subscriber or an old visitor and you have already subscribed, we say thank you for your continuous support. Today we are looking at bird flu, also called avian influenza. Avian influenza. So we need to pay much attention to the terms that we may be using, or possibly take notes, because it is a very dangerous disease that no farmer would like to experience in their lifetime. So the first thing we'll look at is what kind of or what type of disease is this? It is a viral disease, meaning it is caused by a virus. That is the avian influenza virus. There are different types of this avian influenza virus, but the most notable ones that are well known are the H7N9, the H5N6, the H5N8, and the H5N1. Now, out of these common ones that we have mentioned, the most dangerous ones that could infect both birds and both animals and human beings is the H5N1. The H5N1. So today our focus is going to be on the H5N1. This virus can infect both animals and humans. So it can infect your birds, get them sick, and also infect you, the farmer, or any other person who gets in contact with the virus. The first case of this virus was detected in Hong Kong in the year 1997. And it is mostly found, the virus is mostly found in waterfowls. That is waterfowl. If it's in that bird or if it's in the waterfowl, it doesn't cause any harm. It doesn't cause them to fall sick. But when it is transmitted or it is transferred to other hosts, then it causes them to fall sick. So birds such as the geese, duck, and other type of birds are playing as hosts to these viruses. Yeah. Now, let's look at the people who are vulnerable or people who are at risk of getting infected. So the first set or the first group of people will be poultry farmers. Then visitors of poultry farms. So when you say visitors of poultry farms, we are looking at those who patronize the products of the poultry farms, that is eggs and chickens. The buyers who go there to buy, they stand at a risk of getting infected. Then veterinary officers, as well as the family or workers or people who pay visits for one reason or the other to the farms. Then we have people who eat undercooked poultry products. So if you patronize poultry products such as the meat or the eggs, if they are not well cooked and you eat it and there is this virus in the products, you can be infected. Now let's look at the symptoms or the signs and symptoms. Now the signs and symptoms, we are looking at two dimensions. We are looking at the signs and symptoms in humans and signs and symptoms in birds. So first, let's look at the humans. That is the people who handle the birds. If you are infected by this virus, you begin to cough. There is regular cough. We have diarrhea. You begin to have diarrhea. Then breathing difficulties. Fever. Severe headache. Muscle aches. Malaise. Runny nose and sore throat. So these are the signs and symptoms that you portray as a human if you get infected by this virus. Then in birds, the birds become so tired and exhausted. They refuse to eat, so loss of appetite. They refuse to eat. There will be discharge from their nose, their mouth, and their eyes. Then they have swelling of head. Their eyes also become swollen. Their legs become swollen. They have swollen comb and then swollen wattle. The birds also begin to cough. They start to sneeze. And there is sudden death in the birds. Also, you see that they have problems with breathing, so respiratory problems. Then they also become so depressed. The birds become so depressed. So these are the signs and symptoms in the birds when they get infected by the avian influenza virus. Now let's look at how to prevent it. The first thing that we can do is to strengthen our biosecurity measures. We need to strengthen our biosecurity measures. Again, we have to limit the number of people who visit our farms. Limit visits to the farm, including your customers. They can wait out there outside the farm whilst you serve them. Stop visiting other farms as a farmer. In case of an outbreak, do not pay visit to other farms. Then we also look at regular disinfection of our farms and our coops. Then you also have to disinfect your equipment and the farm visitors who come to your farm. That is those who become so necessary, who are supposed to visit us. For example, the veterinary officers who come to our farms, we have to disinfect them as well. Then we need to stop or avoid taking used crates. The old crates, we should stop using them. In that moment, we have to always use the new ones. you may not know where these crates are coming from. Then you have to keep your farmhouse and your coop clean all the time. Make sure that your farmhouse and your coop is clean all the time. Now let's look at the treatment. You can treat this disease when it is confirmed that yes, indeed, that is a virus. And it can only be done by a veterinary officer who has diagnosed the birds at the laboratory. So treatment, you can use any strong or good antiviral medication, but then it is not going to completely cure them. It will only minimize the severity of the disease or the infection. But with time, as you keep on treating and you keep on giving them the right feed and the right medication, in addition to the viral treatment, your birds will get well. But it is recorded that about 60% to 80% of birds that get infected die. Then also make sure that within 48 hours of your birds showing the signs and symptoms, they are giving the medication, they are giving the treatment to stop the spread or avoid the spread. So we need to know all these about the avian influenza, so that if unfortunately we get infected, or if unfortunately our birds, our farm gets infected, we'll know how to tackle it and also minimize the impact. Please share our videos and pass it on to your friends who may not be on this platform or may not see this video. Thank you very much and keep watching. Bye bye.